Okay, so you guys wanted me to watch this to comment on Boogie2988. Apparently, he's faking cancer.
This is Boogie.
Yeah. So apparently, he's faking cancer. Well, CoffeeZilla is one of my favorite YouTubers, so we're gonna hear it from him. I want to hear what's going on here.
A YouTuber we accused of a crypto scam just got accused of faking cancer.
You are fake.
Of course, it's Destiny, bro. Of course, it's Destiny is like at the spearhead of all things. Of all things controversial, it's just Destiny just weaseling his way in to that shit, bro. His reaction to the Trump attempted like assassination attempt was insane. Was literally insane. Like holy
Faking your
moly.
cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Despite being offered a total of $80,000 to prove everyone wrong if he could show his diagnosis to a private third party, he refused to do so, which is annoying because publicly he uses his cancer as a shield from any wrongdoing. In fact, when I confronted Boogie on his crypto scam, that's one of the reasons he used.
I'm in pretty dire need of money. I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer.
And more specifically,
a
why
fake one,
he
okay.
had to promote the coin and couldn't pay back $5,000.
The money's already spent. It's at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. I used it to pay debts.
I'll be honest, I have no idea if Boogie
I actually believe that part. Boogie lies about a lot of stuff. He does have a lot of medical bills. He's fat. He's obese. He has a lot of medical issues that go along with being obese, right?
is faking cancer. I also don't understand why he wouldn't just show it if he had a diagnosis, but either way, we won't know without an actual doctor involved. So I won't speculate on that, but what I can do is confront Boogie on this second claim, the cancer and medical bills, because I found out a few days ago that these statements were false. I know this because Boogie gave us a timeline of when he got paid in the first place.
So when were you paid the $5,000?
5 days ago?
Later, I verified
Here's the problem with claiming that you have cancer. And I've had people do this. Kalia, if you're still in the chat, you know who I'm about to bring up, right? Like, Kalia, you know what I'm about to say, yeah? Like, so people can just fake cancer, and there's no way to, like, prove that they have cancer. You know what I mean? Like, this is what's it, like, this is how it is, right? People can just, like, fake cancer, and unless you get their medical record, which is illegal, you're cooked, right? I'm talking about the person that got me fired from my teaching job. That same person was pretending to have cancer in the guild that we were in together. It was clearly just completely fake cancer. It was a cover. Anytime they needed to play the victim card or like not be, they didn't want to do guild stuff, they would just say, I have cancer. I have to do chemo treatment. I can't do it. And it's not like you could say, like, you don't have cancer. Everyone is fully aware that you don't have cancer. They're like, I have 6 months to live. They're still alive and still playing BDO, by the way. Like this is like this. We're like 10 months after the fact. It's literally insane. Wait, you aren't teaching anymore? No, I got fired. Go look. There's an Asmongold video on it. Go check it out. Like, it's literally insane. I'm starting to just not believe people when they say they have cancer now, because there's just no way to know for sure, right? Especially when people like. Of course, they're not going to pull forward their medical record, right? Of course, they're not going to show you their medical record because that would disprove it. But there's no 100% way to disprove that someone has cancer because medical records are so sheltered. Like, you have so many rights protecting who you can show and who you can't show your medical record to. Well, you could show it to anybody, but like, who can view your medical record is so minimized that like they can't disprove it. Right? You just say you have cancer. You just play the victim card forever. It's so annoying.
With Boogie,
So
this
annoying.
payment occurred on June 19th. And when Boogie said all the money was gone on June 26th, that gives us a window of time where he should have receipts for about $5,000 of medical expenses.
I have terminal ligma balls. See, if the rule is, guys, if I catch you one of these nuts joke before you make the joke, I'm timing you out. That's just, it is what it is.
Boogie, when I asked, agreed to share these expenses with me, and the following conclusions are based on him providing accurate records, which I know is a dubious idea, but when he shared what he had, it fell far short of even what I was expecting. He gave me 2 receipts for the time period, one for $154, the other for a copay of $60, a total of $214 by the time we talked. So where did the rest of the money go?
Uh-oh.
Well, Boogie claimed that it was really intended for medical expenses after we spoke. And that when he said the money was gone, he meant it colloquially and then accused me of lying. Wait, that's on June 28th. That's on June 28th. You showed me a payment for $550 on June 28th, which is after we talked, after you told me the money was all gone.
Yes! Have you never heard of the colloquialism? Yeah, that money's all gone. It's all spent. I have a specific thing I need to do with it. Have you never heard that colloquialism? You...
Bro, Boogie just lies about everything. I mean, like, guys, the only reason people are watching Boogie anymore is to see what he's going to lie about next. This is crazy. The money's all spent. Well, you just sent me a receipt that you spent the money today. Well, yeah, it was a figure of speech. Yeah, This is like the 100th thing that Boogie's lied about. Guys, Boogie is not genuine with you, okay? Can he play the victim card and how? Right? He has to play victim because that's how he feels like he can get views nowadays. It's the only, like, it's just like sympathy views. It's insane. I watched that documentary a long time ago. I did feel kind of sorry for him. And then everything since then has just been, I'm lying about basically everything. He's just literally just doesn't tell the truth at all anymore.
Google then. It's very common.
I'm saying...
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny.
It doesn't look like it's a common saying, Boogie. It doesn't look like this is a common thing to really say to people, man.
I'm saying...
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny.
I am not used to people questioning what I say. You have to believe what I say implicitly. Stop asking questions. Do you know what that sounds like? That sounds like that person that got me fired from my job. Same person. Kelly, isn't it the same goddamn person?
I can tell. Yes.
And by the way, if you give a public statement like you have cancer or whatever, anything, you expect a public response. Like, this pussy shit. Oh my God, you shouldn't bully me, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a dude. If you give a public statement, you expect a public response. You made your cancer public. Now you're getting a public response. It's not the one that you wanted because people called your shit on it. But here we are.
Yes. Okay, so I have a big problem with this because looking back at what Boogie said, it wasn't just the money's gone, which already means very specifically the money's gone, but he also says the money's at Mercy Hospital right now, which is a colloquialism I've never heard before.
Yeah, I've never. Yeah,
I mean it's
I just
not
Googled
at
it.
Mercy Hospital.
It's at Mercy Hospital right now.
But even being as charitable as I can, adding in everything he calls medical expenses outside of our time window, like there was an $1,000 credit card payment. Okay, we'll just say that's medical, right? He's still only able to get me to about $2,500 worth of medical expenses for the month, most of it not to Mercy Hospital, which I wondered about. Did he need the fatty coin then? From where I was sitting, instead of having spent the money on medical bills, it looked like he saved most of it because of his starting and ending bank balances for the month. Wait, you're taking...
Just remember, guys, Boogie literally said that his crypto wasn't a scam because because no one is going to believe him anyway. He said, I told people to invest in this fake cryptocurrency scheme because no one's going to listen to me anyway, so I should just make money off the fact that no one will listen to me. That was his excuse.
Fucking liar.
You paid about $2,500. Like you're also talking about money you haven't spent, which you're trying to add up to $3,000. That's not the $5,000 you said was gone. And then you're taking.
Well, I told you it was $4,000 when we started this conversation, but of course you're lying about that too.
Boogie, can you explain exactly how you started the month with $800, ended it with $5,000? You're saying the $5,000 you made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with it.
I saved my ass off.
That's right. The $5,000.
I saved my ass off. Boogie, that kind of excuse would work for somebody that didn't literally have a documentary about his life showing exactly what your income is every month. And highlighting the fact that you are not capable of saving money. Get the out of here.
Boogie made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with the $5,000 sitting in his bank account right now. That's there because he pinched his pennies. Now, when I pointed out Boogie could have refunded the scam if he wanted to, he freaked out and told me he's got a mortgage to pay.
Boogie, you need to pay that $5,000 back. You need to find a way to refund people.
You and spend. If I do, I won't have.
It's not spent. You have $5,000.
No, well, I can't. I won't have mortgage.
But this is totally shifting the goalposts. Remember, the reason
I love how Boogie like just starts screaming and then he devolves into like a child. Me no have mortgage.
we were told the money was at Mercy Hospital right now, that was initially. Now it's because he's got a mortgage. But also, Boogie had showed me his income for the last month, and it looked to me like...
I'll keep it a buck. I have no idea how you get as big as Boogie was. Make all of that money, and you still don't own your house. How the f*** is that even possible? You know what I mean? Like, what the f*** are we talking about?
The podcast
Crypto. Oh, he's stupid. Okay, yeah.
is what paid for his mortgage. And so I asked, wouldn't that money pay for your mortgage? Boogie said, this month it wouldn't because he had to go on a special trip and his co-host was withholding all the money for that month.
Do you understand?
You're not getting a Where's your podcast payment coming from? You got that on the 30th.
It's being kept so we can go for this goddamn trip. The money's coming out of my goddamn paycheck.
What trip?
So you're going on a trip.
Wait, you have no money, but you're going on a...
I was forced to go up there to film the podcast live. I told him I didn't want to. He told me the business was going to pay for it. And then he just said he's taking it out of the check.
Now later, I asked his
That's some bullshit.
co-host Keemstar about this, and he seemed surprised. He said the show definitely pays for Boogie's mortgage, so I was confused. Later, Boogie was confronted on this
There it is.
by his co-hosts, and Boogie suggested maybe I edited the clip out of context.
You told him that you weren't getting paid from this show. He played the recording because he recorded you.
Then why? Then I understand that. Do you think people can edit things to be a little bit out of?
Guys, if you're ever wondering like what a liar actually looks like while they're in the act of lying, it would be this face right here. That is literally the most I am lying face I have ever seen in my entire life, bro. It's literally insane. Yeah, we just need to emote the shit out of this face.
Out of context?
Well, if he wants to play that game, here's the clip where Boogie directly says it.
Ah,
He
shit, he's
says
got the receipts.
He's not getting paid.
Boogie, you could have gotten through this month without the crypto scam, is what I'm saying.
And I could have not paid my friend back for covering my medical bills.
No. You.
And I couldn't. No, listen.
Well, I've seen your bank statement, so I know.
Because you're ignoring
I know
the
it's
fact
going to
that
happen.
I need to pay mortgage.
Yes,
on
your
Monday.
mortgage, right? Which should have come
There's
from
no
the
more money
podcast.
coming in. There's no more money coming in between now and then.
Which
You
should have come,
understand that?
but it should have come from the podcast. It's not.
Right, because I'm not getting paid this month because I have to travel to do an on-location shoot.
This guy
There it
is
is.
so manipulative. He has managed to move the story from the money's at Mercy Hospital.
Keep in mind, he did that title fight or whatever and lost money because he spent like $3,000 on boxing lessons. Guys, Boogie spent money on boxing lessons. Thousands of dollars. And then he lost because he didn't know how to box because he's fat.
Hospital right now to will I have $2,500 of medical expenses at some point in the month? To, well, the reason I'm ending the month with $5,000 is because I'm such a great saver and I needed to pay my mortgage. To, no, actually, that mortgage was paid for too. The last point I want to address is the accusations he made against me on his show. He says he should have never taken a call with me. He says I recorded him without his consent, despite me telling him up front.
That literally never happens. That never happened. CoffeeZilla has been a reporter. He's a known reporter on YouTube. You know this is recording everything. And as a content creator, you should just assume that you're being recorded. That you're being recorded all the time.
Front, this was all going to be public, and that I was approaching him for comment.
Right
This
here.
guy now acts like I tricked him.
I should have never talked to CoffeeZilla to begin with. It was a joke, CoffeeZilla.
Who told you that?
Of course you did.
Who told
Much
you
less
that?
the second time. Then in this, by the way, CoffeeZilla records you without telling you he records you.
That's not
Name
true.
a
He told-
YouTuber.
That's not true at all.
He
told
No,
me.
he did in the first time.
I love it. He told me immediately. Just casually telling the truth and sipping on it. He's like, told me so.
Time in the first time.
Well, I think it's worth showing you then how he talked about me behind the scenes when he spoke with me, because it was very different to what he's saying now. Now he's saying I'm taking him out of context, that he didn't know what was going on.
I mean this in the most respectful way possible. I hope I never have to call. I hope I never have to talk to CoffeeZilla. I love CoffeeZilla. But to collab with CoffeeZilla would mean something very bad. If you have CoffeeZilla calling you, you got some issues, bro. You are about to get run.
Here's what he was saying back then.
Amount of integrity. I really, really appreciate it.
Hey, no. I mean, to be honest, I'm happy to do it. It's something that I really like people to know ahead of time. I mean, it's not. Yeah. I try to play a long game with YouTube. I'm not interested in like a quick video. Like, who cares? Like, I'd rather, you look better and you get your point across than.
Thank you. And it shows that you have the integrity that I believe you did. 110%. It means so much.
His face right now
would not have done that for me, and you did, and I think that's incredible. And I even, no matter what you have to say in this video, I'll never have a bad thing to say about you. Even on the show, even on the local podcast where my job is going to be to attack you back, I'm just not going to do it. I'm like, no, I think coffee was fair. I'll be genuine. Okay.
Okay, thanks, man.
That's fucking crazy, bro. Man, that aged like milk. That's awesome. That aged like milk. This is the new liar emote. We just need to put this. Somebody put this on 7TV. Easy peasy.
Appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Or the caught emote. I'm okay with caught too. What's up, Auerberger? Welcome to the chat, buddy. Now you're in the content.
Have a good night.
God damn, bro. Here's the upvote right here. Here's the CoffeeZilla video. We love CoffeeZilla. He always make nothing but bangers, bro. CoffeeZilla is an absolute unit. Absolute unit.